Okay, class. Last time we have finished till types of democracy. That is on your lesson number 1, section 3. Today we will continue with this universal adult franchise. Before that, universal adult franchise means the right to vote to all the adult citizens, okay, without any discriminations of their caste, their class, colors, and so on. Okay. Here, the right to express one's choice by vote is called franchise. Underline till here. When the right to vote is given to every adult, that is 18 years and above, it is called the universal adult franchise. It means every citizen who is 18 years of age or more is entitled to cast his or her vote, irrespective of caste, creed, sex, religion, or place of birth. The people, through universal adult franchise, elect their representative. Okay. Now, different system of power that exist in the world today. Although many countries in the world have adopted democracy, yet in each country it possesses certain features which are specific to that country. This is because democracy is shaped in each country by its own history, culture, traditions, and economy. Each country takes a different path to democracy. In some European countries where democracy was established much earlier, people won democratic rights through long struggles against the powers of the king. With the adoption of our constitutions, all the rights and freedom, including all democratic political rights, were given to the people at one stroke. European countries had developed industrially before they became full-fledged democracies. Okay, so here it says many countries in the world have already formed a democracy, but apart from that, each country have a various features, okay, certain features which is specific or unique. Why? As in each country it has its own history, culture, traditions, and economy, and democracy has been shaped taking different path to the countries. Okay. Since much earlier time, since before the European countries, they have established a democracy, and through their long hard work, struggles, they fought against the king, and through these constitutions laid by all the rights and freedom, political rights were given to the people by once. At one stroke means by once. Okay, they had developed industrially before they became full-fledged. Before they became full-fledged means completely developed or established fully. Okay. In India, democracy is established before any notable industrial development. At the time of independence, India was mainly an agricultural country with most of the people living in villages. The leaders of the freedom movement envisaged an India in which every citizen would get political, social, and economic equality. It was this in mind that the framers of Indian constitution provided for a parliamentary democracy with a representative government. There are different systems of power that exist in the world today. The chief among them are the following. Okay, so here India, before any development, at the time of independence or before getting independence, India was an agricultural country, okay, farmers, and people living, most of the people, they live in the village. And after the freedom movement of the independent freedom movement, and after independent leaders, they conceive of all the possibilities and the desirable for the Indians, so that our country will get a political, social, and economic equality fully. Okay, they tried their best, the leader tried their best, so that our country get whatever they deserve for. Okay, and these are some of the following mentioned here for the system of the power. Number 1 is dictatorial form of government. In this form of government, the power to rule rests with one person or a small group for people. Such power is often obtained forcibly. A dictator usually takes away much of the people's freedom. Those who criticize the government are severely punished. So here it says that this form of government in which one person or a small group makes all the rules and decisions without any restrictions. Okay, a small group or a one person, they can make all the rules and regulations, and people are forcibly, they are very strongly, firmly restricted to everything, all the decisions that take parts. Okay, second is monarchy. In this form of government, a monarch, a king or queen, has absolute power and the power to rule for life. It is generally hereditary. Okay, hereditary means based on inheritance, about passing on. Sometimes the power of a monarch is decided by the constitution. This is known as constitutional monarchy. Theocracy is a religious system of government where religious leaders hold power. Underline till here. What do you mean by theocracy? Till here. Some countries today combine the elements of theocracy and democracy. So here it says that this monarchy, it is a system, it is a form of government which a king having complete power to rule the life of all the people. Everything is under control by a king or a queen. Okay, now different forms of democratic government. Let us take a look at some different forms of democratic government. The first one, point number one, that is federal form of government. In a federal form of government, there is a clear divisions of powers between two government at the central level and at the state level. The constitution is both rigid and written. If there is a conflict between a central law and the state law over a subject given in the concurrent list, the central law will prevail. So here it says that this federal form of government, it is a clear powers between two government, the central and the state. And if there is any serious argument or disagreement between the state and central, the main thing is the central law will do something. They will prove more powerful and to get control. Okay, centrals have more powerful in this form of government. Next, unitary form of government. In a unitary form of government, the states are controlled by the central government. The states are controlled by the central government. The states do not have much power or say in terms of policies and decisions undertaken by the center. During the time of emergencies, the center can take all the powers from state. So here in this unitary form of government, all the states are being controlled by the central government. Okay, here states have less power to say in terms of any kind of policies like ideas or plans and also decisions. Okay, and during the emergency time, the central take all the powers from the state. The central take the power, take all the controlness. Okay, presidential form of government. In presidential form of government, the president is elected directly by the people. The Congress or the parliament has no control over the president. President is both the nominal and the real head of the government. So here, presidential form of government, in this form of government, everything is controlled by the president. Okay, and the president is the only head of the government. Parliamentary form of government. The parliament is the supreme law-making body. Underline here. The president of the country is constitutional head. Keep in mind that president is the country of the country. It is the head of constitutional. Okay. The real power rests with the council of ministers headed by the prime minister at the center and the chief minister in the state. So chief minister are being given power to control the state. Okay, and the prime minister on top of that for the center. They are responsible to the legislature, which can remove them from office by passing. So they are responsible in the legislatures. Okay, and they can make a decision to remove. a vote of no confidence if they go against the will of the legislature or prove unfit for the task of governing state. The Prime Minister and his or her cabinet are the real executive while the President acts only on the advice of the Council of Ministers. The President has only constitutional or nominal powers. The President is not elected directly by the people. Okay, so here you can just go through who are the head of what kind of positions. Okay. Now, significant elements that continue to make democracy popular in the contemporary world. Democracy is considered to be the best form of government these days. Rules and regulations about that. Okay, there are some significant elements. Okay, number one is equality. So equality, democracy is based on the principle of equality, means equal in everything. All citizens of the state are equal in the eyes of law. All enjoy equal social, political, and economic rights, and state cannot discriminate among citizens on the basis of caste, religion, sex, or property. All have equal right to choose their government. So in this equality, the democracy, it is based on all the caste right to have everything equally. Okay, such as like social means relating to the society and the organizations. Okay, and political means it is relating to the government or the public affairs of the country. And economic right, it is the needs and wants of the people. Okay, this is what it says. Now, decision-making mechanism. The democratic government is not run according to the whims of the rulers. The administration is based on public will. So here, in this decisions making, decisions are being made by the will of the people, of the public. Okay, public opinion. It lends strength. It is based on fear of authority. Real power lies in the hand of the people. These institutions have evolved to carry out the work of government, legislative, executive, and judicial. Each organ performs its function in accordance with rules and regulations which are contained in a constitution, preferably written. So in this decision making mechanism, it is all about the legislative. Okay, means having power to make the laws, and executive means having power to plan or make decision put in action. Okay, and judicial means relating to justice. Okay, making appropriate to a making appropriate decision for the justice by the law court. Okay, this is how it is based on this. Now, freedom. As we all know, in democratic government, people have the freedom to express their views, their ideas and all. Okay, fearlessly means without fear. According to this provision, every person has the right to profess, practice, or propagate any religion he or she likes. So in this freedom, in democratic government, people have the right to express their own views without any fearless, without scaring of anything. They can prove and they can say their rights. Okay. Active participation of the citizens. Any citizens of the country has the right to stand as a candidate for any post. He can become a minister, prime minister, or president, but this type of situation is not possible in a dictatorship where one is always at the mercy of the dictator and is not the master of his fate. So in this active participation, and every citizen in the country, they have the right, okay, has the right to stand for a candidate in any post. Okay, whether a minister, for prime minister, or for president, they have the right to stood for this post. Okay, and this accommodation of differences, this one I want you just to go through this passage. Okay, what is all democratic government based on, and how does it work, and how it improve. Okay, you just go through this. So that's the end of this lesson. I want to give you homework, that is exercise number A, multiple choice. 1 to 4, do this. Fill in the blank, true or false. Okay, all that. Exercise number A, B, and C will be your homework. As usual, no need to do tick decorate in your copy. Okay, the rest everything in your notebook.